to be completely honest with the individuals and the people that do decide to click on this video. As a Canadian, this shit, listening to this, hearing this nonsense, this is embarrassing. Bro, our country needs help with rap music because it's at a point where it's just like we don't even tune into most of our own shit. Yo, right here. Yo, right here in the webcam. Right here in the webcam. Welcome back to Single City Reactions, only on the FlexMind Network. I'm the original anomaly. Welcome back to the channel. You know, we just gonna rock with the webcam today, bro. That camera playing games with me today. It's okay. I'm gonna let you charge. I know you take a while to charge now. But let me tell you something. You gonna get your break today. You've been doing a lot for me. We've done over 100 reactions together. He ain't dead. He just needs some sleep. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna make him take a break for today. So the next two reactions for today are just gonna be off the webcam, alright? Just to let y'all know. So with that being said, I'm going to react to another video by fantastic hip hop titled "Why Drake Just Dissed Kendrick Again and Everyone Hates Him for It." See, as you see, I listened to a little bit, just a little bit. I was curious. My mind was piqued. You know what I'm saying? So we got a whole video to get to. We got about like 11 minutes of video to get to. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. What are your thoughts on this situation? Do you want Drake to diss Kendrick again? Do you not? Let me know in the comments, bro. Over here at the FlexMind Network, we flexing our minds. We speaking honestly. We don't talk bullshit. We don't talk bullshit. We speaking honest thoughts. So with that being said, let's get into it, bro. Let's go. Talk to me, bro. I messed with the channel, by the way. In fact, let's not even waste no time. That's how easy it is, bro. Y'all, that's how easy it is to subscribe. Ain't take me nothing but 2 seconds, bro. Quick and easy. You know, let's get into this, bro. Let's go.
Now, Drake has just dissed Kendrick Lamar within a way that we have not seen from him in quite some time. As to kick off this new year in hip-hop, instead of ranting on streams or whining on social media, Drake has actually gotten back in the booth and has released a new song where instead of switching genres or languages in an attempt to try and just run away from everything that Kendrick Lamar did to him and represented, now Drake is once again trying to take him head-on with nothing more than his bars and a beat from Conductor Williams. And now, as this marks just in a few days the second full-on record that is dissing Kendrick Lamar to come out this year, and this is from none other than Drake, what is clear is that the rap game is running around and trying to find a way to take down the undisputed champion of everything, and really with Drake here, what it seems like he's trying to specifically do is, after seeing how every single way he tried to make a comeback just failed miserably, whether that was releasing more music, switching genres, or trying to be a full-on streamer. Now Drake is trying to get back in the rap game by poking Kendrick enough to the point where it gives him the attention that he would otherwise never get at this point. But now, before we dive into every single diss Drake throughout at Kendrick here and why he is saying all of these things at this very
there's
moment,
more than what I just listened to.
Leave a like and subscribe. And so now,
make sure y'all like and subscribe to Fantastic Hip Hop as well as the FlexMind Network. Please and thank you. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Let's go.
Now, with this new track from Drake, which is seemingly titled Fighting Irish, right in line with everything else he has done ever since he lost to Kendrick Lamar within a fashion like we have never seen before. This song is very emotional, and Drake is showing that his feelings did really get hurt bad in this beat, but instead of acting like a total clown, Drake is at least putting this sadness...
Not like a total clown. Bro, why? Why is my question? I want to just sit here and express my thoughts as to why I lost that battle. It didn't go like... It wasn't supposed to go like that. It was never supposed to go like that. That was supposed to be my win. Why didn't I win? I don't understand. Kendrick, I hate you. Look what you did to me. How could you? Ass track.
And bitter feeling of loss back into the bars directly, which, hey... After somehow managing to make every single wrong choice for almost an entire calendar year, this is somewhat of a step in the right direction. And now with Drake actually presenting himself within a way that somebody who calls themselves an MC always should, for better or for worse. He does say a lot here, and seemingly does two main things, which the first one is to try and justify the crash out he has been on and why he's been acting like the biggest fool in music right now, but then also, and in the greater sense, he is trying to get back in some sort of musical conflict with Kendrick Lamar, because for the first time since Family Matters, Drake is actually flipping Kendrick's bars from his diss tracks to try and dispute them, and instead of just denying everything in the strangest way possible like he did on the Hard Part 6, Drake is somewhat on the offensive here, despite how weird it is that he is doing this all of these months later. And so now, after Drake starts this track off by admitting that during this legendary summer that was going on in hip-hop, he just completely missed it, which I guess is his way of saying that he never delivered those summer vibes that he promised after the beef, which I mean, I guess some self-awareness is better than nothing. From here, Drake immediately gets back into his delusional bag as he tries to call out Kendrick and find ways to discredit and diminish his win, as after framing himself as the victim of the entire music industry, he tries to discredit everything with
victim. What do you mean you're a victim? Victims don't sue. Well, hold on. Understand it in the sense that I'm looking at it as. You're not a victim because you've been dominating the industry for how long? You get into a battle that doesn't test you. The battle tested your whole career. Because this whole beef is damn near career long. This battle was supposed to let people know you are the individual that cannot be messed with. And you got touched. You got played with. The heck? Like you got embarrassed to a level that just doesn't make sense anymore. And the way that you moved afterwards, your character, your demeanor, how you expressed yourself, everything showed that you took the L. It's not that you took the L and you acted like you got the dub. You took the L and acted like you took an L. So for you to run and play victim after, with the numbers that you do, with the domination that you had over the industry, you are playing victim? You are running for the hills, knowing that you can stand tall as long as you put out good quality music, which you have not. No Face, though. No Face is tough. No Face is tough. I'll give y'all that. No Face was tough. It would have been a good response to Not Like Us. But you didn't do it. This is why I always ask the question, who do you have on your team that is telling you what to do? Whoever that is, fire them immediately and find someone new to fix your character, to fix your brand, to fix your label, to fix everything. Because the way you are moving right now is embarrassing. You represent Canada, and Americans are looking at Canadians like we are lost. As a Canadian right here, I'm not lost. I know what side I'm on. Okay? I'm on the side that gives good quality music, but at the same time, when battle tested, knows what to do, how to navigate, and how to secure W. He did it before. But I feel like Pusha T kind of scared him. And then Kendrick Lamar comes along and just frightens him. He's having nightmares.
Bars like, the world fell in love with the gimmicks, even my brothers got tickets. Which, now, the first part of this bar is, of course, trying to say that everything Kendrick did against him was a gimmick. That's just trying to underplay what all of it meant and represented in the greater sense of hip-hop and the music industry as a whole. Which, I don't even have to go into how pathetic and wrong of a statement that is, and really, for Drake to use this angle is still showing that he is trying to rewrite and revise history in his own delusional way instead of moving forward. But what's actually showing us something new here is in the second part of this bar, where Drake is referring to all of the people who turned sides on him, and specifically, people who he once considered friends who he thought would never leave his side, which includes names like...
So you mean to tell me you thought that you had the power... You thought you had the power to control people because of how well you dominated the sound waves. That's not how people work. That's not how life works. That just goes and shows you that what you need to understand, what you need to sit back and look within yourself is that you are still a person. You can still get touched. You can still get slapped. You can still get pissed on. I don't know why you got pissed on and never swing back on a nigga. Bro, you are not who you think you are. Let's make that clear. You are a human being. The reason why you got to where you got to is because of your acting capabilities. Fact. If it wasn't for acting, it would have took a lot longer for him to pop off in Toronto. I tell you that much. Because the Toronto music scene was nasty back in the day. I'll tell you that right now. It was very specific. The Toronto music scene was very specific. But for Drake to do what he did, if he wasn't on the television screen like the way he was, he wouldn't have popped off the way he did. Fact.
LeBron James, DeMar DeRozan, and James Harden, who all seemingly chose Team Kendrick by going to one of the greatest shows of all time, which of course happened right after Drake took his L with the pop-out. And now with Drake actually being a little introspective here and reflecting on how he felt within a way that's actually human, this part is not bad in isolation. But of course, when you remember that he has already shown how he's felt about guys like LeBron James and DeMar DeRozan turning on him, as he has already done things like unfollowing guys like LeBron, and in the case of DeMar DeRozan, he crashed out at him in person when he went to the Raptors game, which was just so embarrassing. Altogether, when you see the real-life way that Drake handled these things, it really does take away from the moment and just makes Drake seem more pathetic than ever when you know the reality of how he reacted as opposed to how it's portrayed in the lyrics. And now beyond these lines, where things in this track really pick up and get a lot more intense, especially in terms of Drake just sending a clear signal for Kendrick Lamar to come back down and diss him again, is in the second verse, as Drake here really codes this entire performance to not just be written with language and subtle cues that are flipping terms that are associated with Kendrick Lamar and his side of the hip-hop world as a whole. But what's most important here, and if this track makes any sort of impact or causes any sort of reaction, it will be because of this, is the section in this verse where he says, who's got the most to lose and who's in that other position. See no conversations, boy. I hope got double encryption. I hate to see the empire crumble on judges' convictions. This pulled a rabbit out the hat and y'all love a magician. Drake is addressing a lot of things as he sets the...
Yo, take your nursery rhyme having ass the fuck up out of here, bro. Why? You look weird doing things like this. Bro, as a Canadian, I ain't gonna hold you. I hate this kind of shit. To be completely honest with the individuals and the people that do decide to click on this video. As a Canadian, this shit, listening to this, hearing this nonsense, this is embarrassing. Bro, our country needs help with rap music. Because it's at a point where it's just like, we don't even tune into most of our own shit. We tune into y'all's shit. Americans. Literally anybody across the world, we give them listens more than we give people here in Toronto listens. That says something, and nobody's trying to change it in the city. Yo, we need help in this country with music, bro. We need help. It's ridiculous at this point.
This moment up with the first bar, which is undermining Kendrick Lamar and making him look like this bigger and more important figure than he will ever be. Which again, when we look at Drake's performance here, this is another one of its failures, because I don't know why he is going about this same strategy again. Because his ability to not see Kendrick as an equal is one of the most vital factors to why he never even stood a chance in this beef, because his own failure in judgment made him underestimate one of the greatest and most competitive rappers of all time. But now after saying this, no matter how delusional it may be, he sends out another warning to Kendrick and his camp about how he hopes that they have been covering their tracks for everything they have been doing to seemingly manipulate the entire music industry and hip-hop world against him, which again, this is just a diss that is derived from Drake's straight delusions, and very similar to the Heart Part 6 where Drake just lied to try and sound tough and act like he knew more than he did. This just seems like another rendition of that horrible tactic, but the stakes do get even higher from here, as then Drake says, I hate to see the empire crumble on judges' convictions, which is the first time we are hearing him address his lawsuit on a track, and now the message that he's trying to send with this line is showing that he both hopes he can win this thing to save his career, but then he is also mocking Kendrick with this bar simultaneously by saying that he hopes the truth doesn't come out because that will ruin all of the success that Kendrick has had in this moment, even though with all the evidence presented and with the fact that we all lived through this moment and just saw the people get inspired by something Kendrick did like nothing else in him.
He still thinks the streams are bought. Bro, I'm sitting there trying to figure out why would he say that, and he still thinks the streams are bought. You gotta be kidding me, bro. Okay, by you saying people are not listening to this or no. By you saying the streams are bought, you're basically saying people are not receptive to what sounds good. Now, I understand on your phone, your algorithm is set, okay? I understand on your phone, your stands, not your fans, your stands are letting you know Kendrick Lamar's shit is trash. But the problem with the phone is that you only see one side. Unless you do your research and explore the other side, you will never understand why people love good music. Oh my God, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Every song just sounds good. What's the matter with that? Is my question. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with music that sounds good? By you doing all this garbage is denying and blocking the ears and the sound waves that's supposed to connect with each other. Why do you continue to go down this route with your foolish ass? That's what I don't understand. Why is it so far-fetched to say Not Like Us literally is a cultural hit? It's not just a single that slaps. It's not just a number one song. It's a cultural hit. It's on the level of Knuck If You Buck, Wipe Me Down. You know, what else? More Money, More Problems. Shoot, The Locks, Jadakiss. I'm forgetting some names. Jagged Edge, Where the Party At? You know, Swag Surf. You understand what I'm saying? Songs that resonates with our culture. Songs that resonate with our culture. That's what Not Like Us is on the lines of. The whole West Coast bounce, the West Coast flow, everything. Like, yo, like, it's on the lines of California Love. When you go to California, California Love. Din, 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 din. You know what I'm saying? Like, just that bounce, that vibe, that groove. Like, that's Not Like Us easy. So, I have to ask, why do you not believe Not Like Us is a hit song? Is my question. Forget GNX, because the fact that all of GNX charted is crazy. But why do you not believe Not Like Us is a cultural hit? Is my question.
Hip-hop has in years. No one believes anything Drake is trying to claim about Kendrick and the success of Not Like Us as a whole. But now adding even more lyrics aimed in response to Kendrick in this track, Drake officially answers back to some of the biggest disses Kendrick threw out against him on the song that changed everything in Meet the Grams, as he tries to explain that he doesn't have a drinking problem, but then kind of admits he does have the problem, but then ultimately justifies it by saying it's subtle. And then trying to cope even more with all of this and wherever he's trying to go from here, he then says, I got my father's habits and my mother's permission. And then again, making this entire section in response to Kendrick even more confusing. He builds on this saying, my dad got another child, I told him that wasn't my sister. And here,
wait, what?
Drake is directly flipping Kendrick's lines about him having some serious issues, but with the way he goes about it, I don't really think this is the flex he thinks it is. And with the last bar here especially, he is seemingly expanding on Kendrick's...
Are you trying to tell me... You trying to tell me that Eternity Graham, the child that you lift up in your arms and gave a kiss on the cheek. Hold on, I gotta hear that again. I'm sorry, I gotta hear that again. My dad got another child. I told him that wasn't my sister. Hold on a second. My dad got another child. I told him that wasn't my sister. So your dad has another kid, but you told your dad, that's not my sister. So you're denying your father's child? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure it out. Because what my mind is saying that Eternity Graham is his sister? And not his daughter? Is that what we're doing? The woman that worked at UMG didn't sleep with Drake, he slept with Drake's dad? You know what? Ignore everything I just said. Let's finish out this video. We got 3 minutes.
My sister. And here, Drake is directly flipping Kendrick's lines about him having some serious issues, but with the way he goes about it, I don't really think this is the flex he thinks it is, and with the last bar here especially. He is seemingly expanding on Kendrick's claims about him having a daughter by then saying his dad had another child, which then I guess is trying to deflect that bar just away from him and not his father, or at least that's really the only way this bar makes some sort of sense in the context it's written in. And now with all of this, which together includes Drake trying to intimidate Kendrick with his litigation and then sees him responding to Kendrick's disses on Meet the Grams by saying everything he said is still kinda half true, all in all, while some people are going to be impressed by this and claim that Drake is back because cadence-wise he is rapping coherently over a Conductor Williams beat, when you actually try to break down what he is saying and see the things he is trying to flip, all while once again trying to call Kendrick Lamar an underdog even after he has overtaken him in every single category possible. All this song really is the same story with a different presentation from Drake, and as he is still showing that he has learned no lessons from this beef whatsoever, and really that even despite losing, he is still using the same angles and losing strategy to try and make any sort of comeback, and even beyond all these things, making this song even more jarring, another question we have to ask ourselves entirely is why do all of this now? I mean, when you put everything into perspective, Drake is already lost, and the actual back and forth of this beef is over in terms of diss tracks being put out. So really from Drake releasing this song where he is just ranting about a reality that he could have tried to fix way before this but didn't, all in all, while this song may be a bright spot for him in what has been one of the worst career runs both on the mic and off of it that we have ever seen from a rapper, this song is still nothing special as he's not pushing the needle forward, and really for Kendrick, if the goal of this song was to create just enough attention to get back in the conversation with him without being directly engaged in a full-on back and forth, well, Drake still failed at that because really, what does Drake say here that makes Kendrick need to come back out and prove something to him once again? Because of course, Kendrick has already won the beef, he has the Super Bowl, he has an entire stadium tour planned, and he has the most successful rap album out right now. So really with Kendrick controlling everything right now, and Drake responding back to a few lines from a song that dropped over a half a year ago here, this is just another confusing move from Drake. But now what's really interesting is that as more rappers are coming back onto the scene and coming at Kendrick, and what's also interesting is that from Joey to Drake to even with J. Cole's 7-minute drill, they all dissed him over beats that were from none other than Conductor Williams. Well, maybe something is going on in 2025, and because of all the power Kendrick Lamar has, we are now going to see more MCs than ever, from Drake to everyone else, just try to pull out everything they can in their power to stop him from becoming the undisputed GOAT. And so now with all that said, let me know. What do you think about this new track from Drake, and what do you think this does to help his image right now in this time where he has been on one of the worst runs of all time? Now, I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this, and if you made it to this point in the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And now, if you want to see how just as Drake dissed Kendrick Lamar again, Kendrick has another new opponent rising who may just make this year more competitive than ever in hip-hop, check out the suggested video.
The funny thing is, my final thoughts are not even about the entirety of the video. My final thoughts are about Conductor Williams. What's going on there? I'm curious. I'm actually curious. Because with Conductor Williams, I'm just like, hold on. What you got going on over here? What's good? What we saying? You know? But hey, that's been another reaction by the Flex Mind Network. I'm the original anomaly. Don't forget that. Take care, be well, be safe, stay true, be you, live long, and long live. Peace. That part. Conductor Williams, huh?